Hey there. Today I'll be going over a software that allows you to track sort of Google searches that happen in your industry. So you've probably heard of tools like Trigify, RB2B to track your website visitors. Flow is a tool that kind of lets you do those things, but just at a different level. Because now what you're able to track is if somebody's looking for marketing services and typing that directly in their web search or specifically YouTube ads. You're able to see who typed that in and then verify them from there and sort of figure out if they're a good fit for your business. So in this video, I'll be going over the entire workflow of how to start with sort of the initial keyword from Flow, how to take it into Clay to enrich those leads, and how to actually get it into your email sequencer so you can send them a message. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first things first, Flow. So basically, intent signals for your buyers or for the people that you're looking to track. You will have to sort of request access and go through that process, which I won't go over in this video. But once you are in the software, you can sort of submit keywords that you're looking for. So in this case, I'll just be using one that we used for a client in the past, payment processing. And I'll just be showing you how to build the search and create the webhook that we'll be using for Clay. So first things first, you could name this, and I'll just call this WB test, and then really I'll just make this smaller too. Like one of the first things you want to do is just sort of filter out the roles maybe a little bit. So I prefer going by seniority over just like the role titles, just because these can get a little too specific for what we want. So we want CXO, director's cool, manager's cool, and then we'll just go VP is cool. A function we'll look for marketing, and then just for fun we'll just add operations in there too. So we could do that, and then on the company level you can do a bunch of different things. Like you could use their industry filters, their country filters, their city filters. I don't recommend using revenue. So revenue across the board is just never that accurate, because it's how could they really know unless it's a public company. So I recommend staying away from that one. But employee count's a good one, right? So let's say we just want smaller equal to, let's say 50 employees, right? So we'll add that in there. So now we just get a little bit more of a filtered list for what we're looking for, a bunch of companies. All right, perfect. So let's run with this. So what you'll need to do now is actually set up your Clay table, or you know what? No. So first you actually need to run this through AnyDen. The reason there's like a step in between is there's so much data that comes through Flow that they send it in batches of 10, and in your Clay table you'd have to split it up again and sort of write to another table, or you could use AnyDen to make your life easier. So that's what I've done here. So you go, and this is the workflow, right? So you just get a quick webhook, split out, and then you send it to your Clay table. So it's a very simple workflow that we'd run. Get your URL, turn this on. And I've already gone ahead and set up my send Clay, or send the API to Clay. So this is just that run, and then just to show you the inputs, I'm going first name, last name, email, LinkedIn URL, domain, company description, LinkedIn company LinkedIn URL, company name, employees, business, email, department, role, mobile phone. So that's what I'm sending, or at least the inputs. So we'll go here, connect to webhook. We'll launch that, and then I'm just going to send the first 100 just to make, just to not sort of spam myself. But yeah, just 100's good. Cool. Well, failed to save. Should have still sent though. All right, gotcha. So before running it, you just have to save your audience. Okay, don't know why it was bugging on me, but anyways, we got it sent through. And then now the leads are sort of populating on their own. And as the sort of what I was going over in AnyDen, you're able to sort of put in whatever inputs you want. And I think this gets a really good coverage of what we need out of these people. But anyways, so a few things, like for example, if you were, like in this case, like let's say you wanted to add more sort of specifications, because if depending on the keyword that you're looking for, you might be looking for like country specific things. And I know you can like use, like in the filters here, you could put whatever country. maybe you want to be more specific and do like states or like whatever you might want to do, you could use it here. But I would just double check the quality of this filtering, because at sometimes I'm sure there's going to be empty countries, and I would rather sort of do a Clayton search over sort of relying on, or instead of missing this brand right here, right? So that's the reasoning behind this. So first we could do something simple as like check if they have an HQ in Europe, and then if that's exactly what we're looking for, I'll put it as a yes or no right after. So I just wanted to show a little bit of those qualifications we could do. So as that runs, I'll just explain the rest. If you had a specific ICP that you were looking for as well, I would add that as a prompt. Sometimes it's hard to sort of build your ICP around like titles or like the segment of like whatever industry they might be in. So I like to build custom Clayton prompts for that too. And then really at that point, like if you were looking for specific companies, I know we put the headcount has to be between what is it? It was under 50 employees, but for whatever reason, we're still getting 1,000. So that's why if I was to build this, I'd put that first filter into Flow just to make your life a little easier. But then I'd build a prompt like this, and this is done through the formula generator by Clay. So I would just say, make sure they have a business email and they have HQ in Europe in this example, and the response, which is the run for the verify ICP, is yes, and one of these options if that's exactly what you're looking for. And then when you press generate, it spits it out like this to make your life easier. And then basically the logic here is so one thing I will do, you know what, no, for the sake of this video it's fine, just because we won't see any runs come through, just because it might be too specific of an ICP. But I just wanted to show an extreme case just to give you guys an idea of how it could work. But yeah, anyway, so if we can't validate the email for this person and we can't, we don't find anything, and that's when a waterfall comes in, and it's really handy. And it's definitely something that you should implement into all your Clay tables if you're not already. But full name for the full name and company domain is all you need, and then you're able to run. We typically use these three just because we've found really good results with them, and then we put a lead magic validation set that happens after every single run, just so we can make sure that we're getting valid emails. So at that point, we'd run that, and then quick normalization at the company domain, and then you'd be able to send this into whatever email sequencer tool that you're using. We use Email Bison. We've just seen really great deliverability with it. But for Email Bison specifically, you need to import the leads like this, and then you can assign that lead to the right campaign that you want. So you could really set this up as like an evergreen campaign that you have running every single time somebody new searches up that keyword that you're looking for, and that can be any single keyword that you can imagine. You were able to figure out, okay, Laura searched whatever keyword we were looking for. Here's her contact info. Great, let's figure out if she's ICP for us. So that could be a mix of different things. Cool, is the headcount of that company a good fit for us? And then as well, you can even build formulas or Clayton prompts to determine if this title is something that you're looking to contact. Like if you're looking through these and noticing like there's a lot of like interns that are somehow getting through and whatever, you can add that into your filtering. But what we did was initially, if you remember, the seniority was relatively like senior people, so we don't necessarily, and like we don't care too much in this example, so that's why you're noticing it's not too crazy. But anyway, so that's the end of this flow workflow. Let me know if there's a specific keyword you'd like to see me build, or extra steps to this actual table, like filtering that you might want to see. But overall, Flow's a really great tool. Very sort of next gen compared to what's already out on the market. But yeah, excited to see how things develop with these types of campaigns. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys want us to build a table like this for your business, feel free to book a call with RevGrowth, and we'll be sure to help you guys get one of these set up for you guys. All right, have a good one. Talk to you soon.